So you guys have seen this kind of screen before. It's a standard arcade machine. But what you might be surprised to see is, yeah, the keyboard and mouse are attached, but this is my arcade. 2 players, 4 buttons each, with a start button and a coin button. Case cost me $5, $4.92 at a thrift store, and I think it was half price that day, so I paid half that. So if you look inside, it's very nice. The cover stays up so I could work on it. Basically, I drilled holes into, you get a regular hole, so I drilled the holes the size of the buttons. I drilled all the buttons in. I didn't really measure it. I kind of eyeballed it. Probably could have done better on the layout. Maybe I'll do better next time. But as you can see, all these wires just plug into this board. So these 2 wires for the coin and the player start go in here. I probably need to add a 2-player start button. For right now, I'll do that on the keyboard. The joystick comes around and plugs into this big one on top. And then these 4 you could plug into, I just used the top 4. And I'll show you where you map those controls later. And that's it. These things plug into a USB drive. Right, so I have 2 wires. These wires all have to be strapped together and tightened up. I just finished this, so it's just started. This is actually a speaker, the type that normally connects to the bottom of the monitor. You can use any speaker you want. I just had that one, so I used it. And it's just a regular laptop. You can use any old laptop. Any laptop will run this program. There's the sound. This is the sound going out to the speaker. This is the temporary one for the keyboard. That was for a wireless mouse that I don't have anymore. And then your HDMI cable goes out and plugs into this monitor. Now what's nice is you could plug that into a projector. You could plug that TV. Oh, face, I'll have to edit that out. You could put that in anything. So basically, you get these connectors. You get those buttons. It's like $20 for a set of connectors, buttons, and joystick on Amazon or eBay. And you plug it into your laptop. You put it in a suitable case. And then you could play games like Pac-Man or whatever. I have Pac-Man up. That's probably my favorite game to do on one of these. Let me hit the escape button. Actually, I'll show you the tab key first. This is where you set the controls. So you hit enter, and you got player 1 controls, player 2 controls. I'll show you on player 3 because I don't want to mess up the other mappings. And it just asks you your mapping. Like if you want player 3 up, I hit enter, and you see it's blank. It's waiting for me to hit a button. So I'll take the joystick and go up. And my joysticks are actually upside down. Don't matter. You could put it any way you want. Up, down, left, right. As long as I press that up, now the game is going to think I'm pressing player 3 up. And you do that for all the buttons. Right up, right down. These are your regular buttons. Player 3 button 1. I'll hit enter. Oh, I got to scroll to it. Oh. Sorry, I don't know what I did there. Player 3 button 1. Hit enter on the keyboard. And then if I press player 1 button, you'll see that it goes to joystick 2 because there's 2 controllers in here, remember. It sees one as joystick 1 and joystick 2, button 0. So each one of those USB adapters, and I could show you one of them. This is what they look like. This one only has 2 pins on it because every controller you're just connecting the 2 pins together. The third button that I have on these, see this is the cables that connect them. Those third buttons are so you can light up the buttons. I mean, it's just nice to buy the extra buttons, you know. They come in a bag like this, you know, and you just literally plug the cable into the bottom, plug the other end into the controller. Well, this is the wrong controller. The ones I have 3 pins here. And that's it. You go through, you set all the buttons, and then you can play the game. It knows which way this joystick considers up and down. Even though I put it in upside down, I could theoretically flip it around so it matches. I don't care. Up, down, left, right is up, down, left, right. And I'll show you what the game interface looks like. There are better interfaces. This is the main mame interface. Where's my mouse? All right. So it's just got all these games in it. You know, 8 or 9, how many games? 9,044. Now it's not 9,000 games. It's 9,000 versions of games. Like if you see, see mini golf here has 2 different ones. Minesweeper has 2 different ones. Oh yeah, you could play Minesweeper. Very cool. You know, obviously Pac-Man and them have a lot of them. And this is all basically in a folder called MAME UI 32. I have GameX Arcade, which is an interface which looks similar to why is OneDrive on here? I didn't want that. GameX Arcade is an interface that looks more like the machines that you used to sing. We'll do that on a separate video. But MAME UI is all you need. This one folder has everything in there. And all you do is run this. You don't have to install anything. You don't have to do any setup. You just run MAME UI 32, and that puts you right back into that interface. This will run on, you know, I have it running on 4 megabyte Windows 7 versions. I don't know what the minimum specs are. And there you go. You have all your games. Just double click one and it'll open up. I don't know what 90% of these are. If you look at them as Pac-Man, you see this. Some of them don't work. The ones that are grayed out won't work. But there's, 14 different versions of Miss Pac-Man. And this is Miss Pac-Man Galaga. So depending which button you press, you could play Miss Pac-Man or Galaga. 1942 is a fun game on here. There's a whole bunch of fun games. You know, so any basic Windows installation will take this. You don't need any serious amounts of memory. This one is a i5, I forget what generation, with 8 gigs of RAM. And if you look at the size of the folder, I think it's like 55, let's see, 55 gig, I believe, 52 gig. So if you have an 80 gig hard drive, you could put a minimal install of Windows on it and this program and just run that. And it's also nice that it's a regular, like this is a regular computer, so I could browse the internet if I wanted. You could play online Java games, you could do updates, you could do everything you can do on a regular computer. For this one, I'm only going to use it for MAME. I'm going to turn off Wi-Fi as soon as I'm done setting it up because I don't want this connected to the internet. So I don't have to worry about antivirus, which, is a drag on the computer. And that's it. There's nothing to it, other than getting rid of the wire on the wired mouse. That's on order. They're cheap enough on eBay, 15 bucks for a wireless keyboard and mouse. I like the keyboard and mouse combos. I don't know if I have one here. Yeah. I have one I lost the dongle for. This is my favorite type. It's something like this, where it's got the keyboards, you got the F buttons up there, volume control, and you got a little mouse built right into the keyboard. This one also has a couple of buttons on the top. In theory, you could just get a joystick on here. You don't need the fancy arcade setup, but that's what I like. 55 gig, 52 gig. So that's, you could download that easily. I got this probably 20 years ago on a bunch of DVDs. That was my set of DVDs. But you could do anything you want. And the imagination is endless. You could put this in anything. Most people put it in a standard MAME cabinet. I built it into this. I had one built in a cardboard box once, with just a joystick and 2 buttons. You could build it into anything. I could build one into this coffee table I have if I drill holes big enough. It's a little too thick for that. But that's it. Just wanted to show you how easy it is to make a mame machine. So let me know if you have questions. Have a good day.